Phelps, are you on holiday or something, mate?
Yeah, I'm on holiday.
Hoss with your shirt open, that is a sight for something.
But Hoss, oh mate,
Straight
He's got
in.
his nips out. Dirty boy.
Straight in. Well, that's it getting banned off Facebook straight away, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I am actually on holiday at the moment. We should have all been away in Dartmoor National Park, and I'm absolutely gutted, especially with the weather that we've got at the moment. Should have been going to the beach and
It just keeps frothing up. Look.
Oh. So
A sign of
I'm having a home.
beer, that
I'm
is.
having a home holiday. Look. Cheers, guys.
Firstly, hold that thought, Mike. Graham Batterson, like we know you're on Jeremy's biggest fan, right? But this is the Reptile podcast about a live show. We don't want to hear about that, mate. Just leave it there.
Ron Jeremy is a legend.
He is, but let's not get into that. Okay, so we're in week 43 of the coronavirus lockdown.
Well, it feels like it, doesn't it?
Fucking
Do
hell,
you know
man.
what? Honestly, how are you guys doing? Because it is challenging times.
You know what? It depends. Depends on how I feel at the time. So yesterday, I would have happily stabbed a puppy in the face. I'd have set it on fire and everything, and it weren't good yesterday. Today, well, I'm all right today. I've been in the sun, chilling. I did go to Aldi first thing this morning, and oh my god, like I've never seen anything like it. Like even worse than before. There was no alcohol at all. There was no barbecue stuff. Everyone was like, bank holiday weekend. Need to buy everything.
Phelps bought it all.
Sorry. I went the day before yesterday, bought the lot. I went, you know what? Everybody's been like panic buying. I thought, soddy, I'm going to just join in. Bought the lot, mate. There's no cider there. It's all in my fridge down here.
This is what friends are for, apparently.
That doesn't surprise me.
But it's mad, literally, like, and Aldi as well. Fair play to them. You know, we're only supposed to be buying essentials. There's all these government guidelines, and they've got the portable barbecues out in the front, and all the coal, and this, that, and the other, and all the.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Do you know what though? I've got a theory behind that. If people have to stay in, right, they need some alcohol, they need some barbecue stuff because people will be out rioting if you know
100%.
It's going to be tough and you know it's making it a little bit easier having the weather that we've got at the moment, which is lovely. That's over in the UK.
What's it like in Norfolk, Danny? Because obviously you get a different weather completely.
Sunny as fuck.
Okay, quite lucky.
It's been like 25 degrees today.
Oh,
Danny.
Look, whoa, guys. Right, we took the piss out of him. Now he's claimed it as his own.
Chocolate mustache is back.
All right, okay. I've just fined Calvin Mustard £5 You got to pay it. I'll send you the links, mate, in your inbox for
And he's
using
changed
it.
his profile picture.
Yeah, you've changed your profile picture and you're using our name for you without permission. So that's £5 you owe charity now, mate.
100%. Yeah.
Don't you feel silly?
Phelps, going back to your question, I'm good. Give me apart from the money, I could easily stay off work I could retire. I've got so many things to do. I'm so good at pottering / procrastinating. I'm all right.
But don't you think that the situation we're in at the moment, I mean, I kind of like it. It seems as though nature's teaching us a little bit of a lesson. The way of life has slowed right down. You know, like, you know, when we go on holiday to sort of like Devon or up back into Norfolk.
Get it out.
Excuse me.
Get it out.
Get it out. Sorry. These cocktails are repeating on me. But you know, everything
Mike,
seems to be a much.
How many have you got?
Just 2.
And how many mouths have you got?
well, I've got one mouth, but where I went wrong, I should have had 2 straws, and I could have had them both in my mouth at the same time. But no, going back to what I was saying is, it's, you know, we're having to queue now, aren't we, to go into shops. Everything's just slowed down. We seem to be getting excited. You know, if you see a friend, you know, when whether you go to the shops or you're on your little walk and you see a friend and you stay across the road, but just seeing them and talking to them. I don't know about you guys. I'm really starting to miss my friends. I'm quite, say affectionate. I'm a touchy-feely type of person. Hoss,
Yeah,
as you well know.
You know what? My asshole has never felt so good. I've not been able to see you. All I'm going to say.
But I like to hug people. Yeah, I'm hands-on, aren't I?
Sometimes, Danny. But he's only got little hands. It's all right.
Who? Who's only got little hands? Get them bad boys.
Yeah, as he brings them closer. Mine are massive, mate.
Still big.
Mine are tiny.
But
yeah, really
I think
head, by the way.
I do think we're sort of like understanding that we don't necessarily need all the things we thought we needed beforehand.
Yeah,
Isn't it weird that, like, for the past couple of years, people have noticed that social media has seen a massive decline in social interaction.
You know what?
And then all of a sudden,
it's the best thing in the world. No, but the thing is that I've had more fun in the last week or so with like Skype parties and stuff like that. Like, it's nuts.
It's because you have no real life friends. You only have people on the screen. Me and Danny have mates that we go out with and enjoy.
His face, that's worth a screenshot.
Sorry, mate.
Friends. It's mad. What I want to know is, right, you know how people say that Australia is the more laid back life? Is this what it's like? So basically, we just need to import some kangaroos to hop around, and it's exactly the same. Because I can do this. Because apart from going to the shops, everything's chilled and relaxed. And no one's rushing.
There's a little bit of a caveat in what you just said. There is people out there who are rushing, and they, you know, the NHS, the ambulance drivers, all those like are under a massive amount of stress. And
like what we, I'm talking about what we see. From our house. That makes sense.
Yeah, like come rush hour, Kingston's fucked, and it's horrible. It is annoying. There's people bibbing at you. There's people swearing at you because you're in the way. You got in the wrong fucking lane or something like that. And tensions are high when everyone's trying to get at work at one exact time. Yeah, and there's none of that. It's actually kind of nice. Some of it.
It's like Christmas Day every day, isn't it? But the sun's out. You know, like when it's just really quiet.
No, you don't.
The only thing I can honestly say that is annoying me, and I don't know whether it's happening more or it's just highlighted more, but boy racers, especially on quad bikes around my estate, they're going around nuts. Now, I don't know, do they normally do that, or is it because no one's around, they think, fuck it, I'm going to be a dickhead?
Or because racing around in Ferraris round by me, but exactly the same, Hoss. I'm joking.
Do you think you're noticing it more because they shouldn't be there?
The people in my area have all these speed bumps. They can't race their Ferraris. They keep going to your area. So,
no, I'm joking. I'm joking, but I am 100% noticing there seems to be a lot more dickheads on the road.
Dickheads.
Mate, I was queuing up outside like a little Tesco Express, and we're all in our little line. Some knobhead, right, in one of his little hatchbacks, souped up, decides that he thinks it'll be funny to wheel spin across this little tiny car park where we're all queuing, right? Then turn around, wind his windows down, put his music up full blast, and then literally wheel spin. Mate, I don't know that type of music that these idiots listen to.
It wasn't Disturbed Down with the Sickness, because that would have been comical genius if he'd have done that.
No, it wasn't. But and then the lights go to green, and he literally just floors it to the point where his wheels are just spinning all the way around the corner and down the road till he's out of sight. So we're all in the queue looking at each other, and I just went, when he comes out of puberty, he's going to realise what a prick he really is.
You know who else is cruising for a bruising?
Who?
Him.
Calvin.
Wow.
Oh, I tell you what. A lot of do you know what? I said the same to James Russell the other week, getting a bit brave because we're all on lockdown. It ain't going to last forever, guys.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say
we'll see you at Donny soon.
Doncaster 2029. I'll be there. Also, can someone please check on Ryan Costello? He seems to have lost the plot. He's just shouting out, "Rough scale pythons for everyone!" Oh!
Has Ryan got some? Has he got some decent animals now?
No, he's just that's all animals are decent. Take it back, mate.
I'm sorry.
Good boy. Okay, do you want to get into my concept of coronavirus mental health thing, or do you want to talk about the podcast first?
Because you just said my, and it's not about me, my, and I. It's about
no,
us.
I haven't told you my thoughts so far. So they're my thoughts, and then when I tell them there'll be our discussion
Go on,
about
then.
my thoughts.
Put my glasses on so you can't see if my eyes are shut or not. Crack on.
Okay, so you're a bastard. Peter Griggs, how do you do? This mofo couldn't go on holiday because of corona. He couldn't go on holiday. Yeah. So
I feel your pain, mate.
We're all stuck. You're basically on holiday anyway. We're all stuck in our houses, right? We can't go out. We can only go out once a week for shopping and for an hour every day, for exercise. And it's restricting. And I feel sometimes, not all the time, but a little bit like a caged animal. Yeah? You know what I mean? Now, if you had an animal that was stuck in a cage, or well, most animals in captivity are stuck in a cage or an enclosure, how can we increase their quality of life? Mike, stop laughing.
I can just see Danny. I can't keep my face straight because I can see Danny not trying not to laugh. Yeah. Sorry, go on, Hoss.
How would you improve their quality of life inside that enclosure? Come on, you reptile keepers.
It depends what kind of animal we're talking about.
Any animal.
They'd all be different.
But what would you do?
I think you're trying to increase enrichment. Give them more space.
So you've got X, Y, and Z space, but what we can put in that space increases the quality of life. So, for instance, if it's hot and stuffy, we open the windows, right? We make it comfortable. We can turn up.
Hoss, you've left the glass out that tank behind. Is that because it was hot and stuffy?
Don't even get into that. Don't even get into that. No.
Why is that one? Why is that one at the top black, but that one's white? What happened? Why are they all different colours?
It's a different size as well.
Why has that one got a shelf, but that one hasn't?
See, we're trying to talk about mental health, and these pair of dickheads, right, are causing me more stress than coronaviruses entirely.
Is that plinth? Is that top plinth bigger than the bottom plinth?
Okay, this is easier. So basically, what I wanted to say is that it's what we put into it, how we enrich ourselves. So try and think what you can do. Mike had a really good idea, and he's turned his go away. He turned his back garden into basically crazy golf. You know, I know he's been doing a lot of cooking. I've been doing loads of cooking. We've got into the garden. You can come back, lads, if you behave.
Okay.
You're going to behave?
Nope.
So the things that we can do, you know, there are things around the house that we need. Prove it. You know, the things that we can do to kind of like, you know, enrich ourselves. So this isn't as bad. For instance, do up vivs and paint them and order stuff to sort vivs out, and then it doesn't turn up, and then your OCD goes crazy.
Like glass.
Can't get glass, and I've ordered paint 2 weeks ago, still hasn't turned up.
Hoss, on what you were saying there, I think you've hit the nail on the head. And I think what we're going through now is taking us back to basics. So a lot of people are doing gardening. gardening doesn't give us anything materialistic. Cleaning our vibs out and doing all the decorating doesn't give us anything materialistic. But what we're realizing is we actually get more pleasure out of that. Do you know what I mean? Because when it's all done and you can sit back and watch it or look at it, that's worth more sometimes than all the materialistic stuff. Hush, you talked about it was Billy's birthday yesterday, right? Usually we've never been big on buying loads of big expensive presents, okay? We honestly haven't. We try and keep it down to a minimal, but Billy's got presents that he's not even opened from Christmas gone, right? Because we buy them too much, regardless of even me thinking I'm keeping it down, you know, whether it's £100, £200. We spent about 40 quid on his birthday yesterday because that's all we could get, really. We went to Tesco's and we found a couple of bits that he could have. We ordered a dressing gown online. Do you know what? He was more happy this morning, the day after his birthday, than he is usually. We spent all our time with him. We created a crazy golf course in the garden for him. But you know what? It's what it should be like, really. He's getting our undivided attention for the day, as opposed to us going, here's your presents, see you later. Do you know what would have normally happened? Sorry, Hoss, I know you can't get a word in edgeways. Do you know what would have normally happened? The weather was lovely. The weather would have been really nice. We'd have invited everybody round. The kids would have all gone off and played together. And the adults would have all stayed and had a few beers and got drunk. Yeah.
Apart from, and Grace has got a comment about that, about what you get out of your garden, you get nothing out of your garden.
Yes.
I just needed to put it out there. Can I just say as well, I like your shirt. It's lovely.
You like this shirt?
Yeah, it's good effort. I think mine's quite nice as well, isn't it?
It is really nice.
I mean, Danny didn't even try.
You changed them 3 seconds before we went on the podcast. And I was like,
it was only because mine was literally there and I just went, I could grab it.
And Hoss actually lives in his bedroom.
It's what you've done for... literally locked down. Can't even get out. But it's mad though, and it's like what you've done for Billy is great, and that's what we should be doing. You know, so try and think outside the box. I know my next door neighbour, he's been struggling with her kids and trying to get him to do housework and whatnot. There are other things that you can teach them. Teach them to cook. Teach them to do gardening. I think this is something we're going to come out with a better set of morals and a better understanding of how to actually be human. Because I think we've forgot a lot of family traditions. I think hopefully this is the and Richard, if you can't hack it, then just close your eyes. Don't leave. Just
Mike, it looks like someone's gone like that and spray painted.
It's because it's so white.
Red, yeah, and then it's white down from there. It's like that.
Okay,
sorry. Like, you know, like hairspray. You know, when they go.
I'm ginger, mate. We don't get tanned. I am going to fake tan for the next live show. I swear.
I've got a ginger beard, and I get a tan. I haven't at the minute.
No, you're not. You're a fake ginger. You're not a proper ginger.
What fucking shade of ginger is that? You blind git.
No, that's ginger. Yeah,
that is ginger. That's black.
That's ginger.
No, that's no.
Hang on, Danny. Hang on, Danny.
Pale.
Danny, this is ginger.
Mike's very pale ginger. I'm like very like auburn, like dark.
So you don't remember me my long? Do you remember me with my long hair? That had a bit of a ginger thing to it.
I don't remember you with long hair. I remember you had
a couple of little... with long hair?
I remember you had a couple of little ringlets at one point. Not
long.
Down
to about here.
Nah.
I'll
sort. He had long hair all week last week when he was doing the quizzes, Danny.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Hang on. Just bear with me a second. Billy! I'm going to mute my mic because I'm going to shout really loud now.
I was going to say, I love the way he took out his hip. He took out his earphone thinking it would help. Billy!
Yeah, man.
The little man wanted to say something. That's all.
Yeah, man. Just quick before he comes in, Matt Lowe's got something really good. Jungle MC, which is I think a reptile shop in Manchester, have painted their entire shutters. Basically got the NHS logo on that. We love them. Shout out to them, man. It's really good.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Matt posted put a post up on our page, didn't he? And sort of like Westmead's page and a few other pages, and yeah, 100% needs a big shout out.
Here he
Come
is.
here, you. Hang on.
At least he's got a bright t-shirt on.
Yeah, look. Right, put that in your ear. You all right?
Yeah, just been on the trampoline.
Oh, okay. Right then. So look there. Okay, sit down there. There's a load of people that said something to you yesterday, and you said you wanted to say something back to them.
Yeah. I wanted to say a big thank you to everybody who sent me a birthday comment, and it really cheered me up because like I couldn't be with my family and everything. It was like, yeah, people are supporting me, and I like it.
Hey, you liked it, didn't you?
Yeah, it made me feel happy.
Okay then.
Hey.
Right. Okay.
Happy birthday for yesterday, mate.
Thanks.
Okay. Right then.
Good little
Do one.
start.
Give us a kiss.
No.
Oh, you know what you mean? Oh, he's turned 11. You are giving me a kiss.
No.
Get out of town, you. Turn 11 and not give your dad a kiss.
That's
Love
literally love you. Nah.
That is the first. I'm not joking. You. He turned 11 yesterday. It's the first time ever he's gone. No.
It's mad. It's mad.
19. You got the attitude now. That's brilliant.
But yeah, so going back to the mental health thing, I know you've got a bit you want to say about it, but just God, don't just sit there and become a soapbox TV cabbage. Do stuff. Use this time to better yourself.
Don't be a soap either.
Yeah, don't be a soap. Oh, I bought some sandalwood soap the other day. It's very nice.
Oh,
very nice.
Sandalwood and cracked black pepper. That's good.
Ooh,
Is that what you like, Dana?
oh, fat face do that, don't they?
Yeah, I think so.
They
Yeah.
do sandalwood and cracked black pepper.
You can't go
very
there
nice.
at the moment. Yeah, it's shut.
No, I can't.
Um,
Everything's fucking shut, Mike. Everything's shut.
Wow.
Can't get a kebab. Can't get a kebab.
B&M isn't shut.
I went to B&M today, Dana.
We did.
Have you been?
Yeah, we got some new plant pots and stuff.
So
essential.
that is a store
Yeah.
that you can get, quite a lot of stuff. It might not be one of your, one of the brands that you're used to getting from Asda, Tesco's, Morrison's, or whatever. But oh, that's nice.
Look at the
that is.
texture on that.
Keep going, son. Keep going. You'll get a close up.
Oh, look where it splits.
Oh yes.
Oh, look at the texture. Oh.
Bronya will be getting moist looking at that.
I split one big old mother-in-law's tongue into about 8. So I did well today.
We popped there. We've started cutting some borders into the lawn because we want.
Yeah. That's me.
Yeah,
That's 100% me.
So I bought kettlebells today, because obviously with the job that I do, he's quite
Little ones.
kettlebells. It was £2.15, 8
mate.
kilo.
Danny, it's such hard work doing this.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Oh.
He changed that slightly. He's like, oh God, never worked this much.
Oh
before.
man, I've got to go into fifth here. Oh, that's another workout done.
Oh my God. I swear to God, I think the three of us need to have a strongman competition. That'd be hilarious. Because Danny can lift felt. That's really heavy, apparently.
Yeah, check this out, mate.
I
This
can
is
lift
what
what?
I use nowadays, mate. I can smash writing out. I tell you what,
What's
I
that?
could write.
What's that? Is that a, what kind of pen is it?
I don't know. It's one of my daughters. Art marker.
It's a
Art
biro.
maker.
That's like second. That's second level shit. That is, mate.
This is mine for
Oh,
work.
is that a Parker?
It is, but it's only like the 10 quid one.
Is she heavy?
I really like the 10 quid Parkers.
Parkers are good. Parkers are
They are
good.
nice.
Yeah, man. But it's a bit mad, isn't it? Because like I've started running, been on this keto thing for a while, and now I'm going to use these kettlebells to smash my head again when I'm bored. But it is mad, isn't it? It just...
Gosh, you bought two 8 kilogram kettlebells. Surely one should be 20 and one should be 8.
You don't want to work that one up too much, do you? Because I mean, it was sort of join here.
Joking apart, that's actually a thing with me. So I used to go to the gym quite a bit, and I started to put on some, a fair amount of size, not too big, and I stopped because this arm builds, and this arm here, because where the muscles are, doesn't. And it looked a bit daft.
Do you know what? On a serious note, that must be quite tricky. Like people, I mean, a lot of young lads now go to work out for their arms, don't they?
Rick, look. He's taking the piece out of a disability. Look at him. He's gone. Look at him. Look. That's what friends are for.
Free about.
But it's Mac. If you can see, like, there, it's all the bulk's there. All the bulk's there. There's nothing there. I'm disabled. I've got a problem, and he's taking the mick. I'm gone.
Sorry, he's gone. Alan, absolutely right. This is the way I feel at the moment. Really good things for going for your really good things for your mental health. He's going for walks. Mm-hmm. It's a great opportunity as well, especially if you've got families. Taking the kids, having a conversation with your kids whilst you're walking along. Let's teach them about stuff. Let's teach them about nature. Go on,
also,
Dano.
Alan, you must be fucking Hercules, finding fallen trees and just picking them up and taking them home. Fucking rock on.
He's been on Hoss's 8 kg kettlebells for too long. He has just taking them in.
I'm gonna take this tree home, boy. Oh,
here he is.
Ugh.
Oh, he's no.
Hey.
He's not coming on. Chris, no, I didn't fall asleep.
It's true.
I didn't fall asleep in the sun today. This is just high blood pressure, mate. So when I start talking,
it's like oxygen. He keeps talking, doesn't breathe, and it's literally the same equivalent of doing this.
I'm telling you, someone literally got a can of red spray paint, went like that, and went.
Do you know what it is?
That's it.
It's just the light, I think.
Yeah, but lift your beard to the side, and turn your head a little bit. Look at that light. That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah. Like Daniel Horse just said, like he's probably chatted more with his neighbours in the last 2 weeks than he has in the last 2 years.
Yeah,
I can totally agree with that.
You won't tone down. Sorry. There's a beautiful sunset just happening now in the UK, and I was just trying to capture it on camera.
Just staring at me.
Right, okay. So, Mike, do you want to talk a little bit more before we get onto the actual topic of this live stream, or are you okay?
Are you feeling okay? No? What's the matter?
No, I'm done.
Want to talk about it?
You want a beer?
Want to talk about
I'm not going to give you my beer.
That's the wrong side. Anyway. Why are you doing it that side?
Oh shit! Sorry. Here you go.
I was going to say you're over there.
See, he's used to being this side, so he lost it.
Can we pour it?
I'd love it if Hoss poured it over himself.
All over
when you go to look at your watch when you've got a beer in your hand, when you get to look at the time.
No.
Yeah, man. So something I think we need to talk about is what the hell happened to the podcast on Monday morning.
Oh yes.
Because I think we had actually no majority of people second time round were beautiful about it. When we first uploaded it, we kind of just released it as a normal podcast, and a few individuals that didn't give the show a chance and just started on the bandwagon of abuse from the get-go. So we took it down, readdressed the situation, thinking, right, okay, what are we going to do? We want to post it, but
we did really worry though.
Really controversial.
The last thing we want to do is upset any of our listeners, do we?
No.
Yeah, you know.
Well, unless you're not.
You know, and it's
sling your hook.
So we took it down and we go, right, okay, well, the way we need to word it might be a bit more different now that we understand that it's controversial and we understand the not so much the negativity around Thomas Chipperfield, but the media and that kind of thing
Mhm.
And obviously with Tiger King and the Big Cat documentary, we wanted to get him on because he's the only person that we know who's crazy enough to be able to work with tigers and lions and all these lovely animals. So we had him on. I think he come across quite well. I still don't know how I feel about animals being used in circuses and animals being used for performing. But then I was shut up by someone when I made that comment, and they were like, well, what about like petting zoos or Animal Man? That's performing. That's
That was
exactly the
Grace,
same.
that was, wasn't it? Grace
Dickinson.
absolutely spot on.
You know what I mean? So then it comes down to how the animals are kept. Now, Thomas Stupperfield has twice the amount of inspections and every single year. That's done by a registered vet. And according to all the legislation that he has to have, this, that, and the other, he's squeaky clean and he's doing what he needs to be doing. So that being said, if all these horrible things are true, then our system's completely flawed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
there was lots of talk about his family as well, the Chipperfield family and this, that, and the other. But we wasn't interviewing the family, and I regardless of what's happened in the past with them, Tom will, fight their case for them. But we had a guy on that we took on face value. We know how well he comes across. He gets inspected on a regular basis, and I know there was a few negative comments saying, "Oh, you was fighting for the for the circuses to carry on and not be closed down." What he was actually saying was, "I'm actually saying that we shouldn't just blanket get rid of everything." Whether it's circuses, because soon it'll be us exotic keepers. He mentioned about, venomous keepers. They'll be the next ones. You can't keep hold of venomous. But what he said was, we should actually be more focused on the welfare of the animals, not what they are or what they're part of. So if it is, the welfare of the animal, then regardless on what you're using the animal for, whether it's because for your own amusement at home, which is what we all do, whether you're using it at work because they're working in TV or educational talks, whatever you want to say this animal is for. None of it matters if the welfare of the animal's not being cared for. So let's legislate that. Let's put restrictions in to make sure that we're all looking after our animals properly.
And I think that makes a lot of sense. And I think, again, to be able to comment on something and say X, Y, and Z without listening, without seeing both sides of the story, I'm just going to say you're a muppet. Like you need to hear both sides. You can't have an opinion if you only know one side, because that's literally that's not an opinion. That's just you just thinking something. To have an opinion, you need to be able to understand.
And also the fact that I mean, if people are against animals being used for whatever purpose, and in certain areas and aspects they can be abused, then I totally get the argument. That's fine. If the animal is being abused, then yes, of course, stop what's happening there. In that, that specific thing that's happening, stop that.
Yeah.
So if it's a circus, and they're getting abused, shut down the circus.
Definitely.
Not
and if you look,
circuses,
that's like saying all hobbyists can't keep animals anymore because we caught 2 last week that was mistreating their animals.
Well, if you look at Daniel Hall, saying he completely agrees. It's the bad keepers that set the bad example, and we'll get tired with the same brush. Yeah. How many times do you see the antis kick off and they post the examples that make me want to punch them in the fucking face? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this isn't what we're about. So let's not shout about it. Let's just show these people how to do it. And I think that's the best approach.
Well,
I think Tom's doing that.
Well, if you look at it from let's take an example that actually takes lives, right? That takes lives every day. Driving cars, right? So if you do something wrong in a car 2 or 3 times in the same place, same sort of thing, they put a rule in place on that road, or they put a new rule in a car or whatever, however it happens. And cars take lives, So it's quite it's monitored, exactly. It's monitored, and people get punished for whatever they've done wrong, You know, I mean, I was caught speeding 4 miles over the limit a few months back, and I've got a ticket I've now got to pay. So it just is what it is, isn't it? You know. But if that circus is abusing their animals, fine. Here's a 10 grand fine. You lose your animals. We shut down your circus for 6 months. Have that.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do then?
Yeah.
You're probably going to lose your circus. You know, well, you should have listened in the fucking first place. You know, so I kind of get their argument. You know, if animals are being abused, fair enough, you've got a point. But if they're not, you know, and people are actually doing their best, whether they're trying to better their family's name, or whether they're trying to better just the circus industry or whichever industry they're in, then let them have a go, let them have a chance. In my opinion.
Yeah.
I can hear him.
There's something else that I want to bring up, and it's difficult because I want to go fucking nuts, and I can't because I don't mind dragging myself down to it, but I don't want to drag Reptile and Chill down with it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But rescue centres, people, I don't know what you want to call them, pop up rescues, that appear out of nowhere. Fuck me, man. I'm guessing most of the people who are watching this have probably seen the video that I'm on about. Yeah. So I'm not just catch Mike up. I'm not going to name names, but it's something that I do want to talk and bring up. Pop-up rescues, rescue centres, and that a certain video that we've all seen recently. You following, Mike?
Yeah, no, exactly. What I'm about.
Yeah. Now, we're not here to name and shame. It's not what we're about, but I think everyone knows who we're on about. The fuck's going on? Like, we all love our animals, and sometimes we think we know what's best for the animals, but we need a bit of common sense. We need to think about what we're doing, how things are portrayed. Well, maybe that animal was fine with that. I don't think so.
And it would have been absolutely fine. You know, these things launch out of trees and 100%. Fall out of branches. So we know that.
However, that is from someone who understands what reptiles do.
Yeah,
it's the image it portrays. So if me and Mike put a video up, and we were sensibly pressing carpet pythons.
Well, no, we wasn't. We had them there, and we was dipping, wasn't we?
And
like this.
It wasn't shaking. It was a lot more controlled, and we had a couple of negative comments on that. And the negative comments were all about us throwing snakes around this, which really wasn't. But something that dawned on me about what we did was wrong, and that was from the person who doesn't understand a python or a snake, the outsiders, the other people, that looks shit. It looks shit, and it puts us in a bad light. It puts our hobby in a bad light. So let's not do stuff like that, because at the end of the day, that reticulated python is going to be okay. He's fine, right? It might have stressed him out. It might have stressed him out a little bit, but he's going to be okay, because the fucker can jump out of a viv and drop 6 foot and get his food, right? He can jump out of a tree. He's built to take a reasonable amount of impact. He's going to be okay, but it doesn't look good for our hobby. So we need to protect ourselves. We need to look after each other. We need to stand together, and we need to stop doing fucking
To be fair,
shit.
it's actually built to force impact. If you think about it, it's a constrictor.
Absolutely.
But the thing, and that's exactly what I said. I said, actually, the snake would be perfectly fine, but it's not really cool to do that sort of shit for entertainment purposes.
What I will say
is what needs to be.
What I will say,
what
I will say is that they said that the snake enjoys it. The snake doesn't enjoy it. Like that's bollocks. That's a load of nonsense. And again, it's the image. And not necessarily this charity or this rescue that I'm talking about now, but a lot of others, they seem to get animals in and then they never rehome them. They never seem to have a list. And then they disappear. Where are they going? Are they euthanizing them? Are they selling them on? Are they doing it secretly? Now, I know
ding, 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 ding,
for myself that there are rescue centres that take animals in. I'll help you. I'll do this. And they sell them for money. And it has been seen. So, guys, just think smart, before you do take your animals to these kind of rescue places, or you see them online and whatnot, just think about it. Look at their page. Let's see what's going on first, because it's
Do a
shit.
little bit of research,
Yeah, and
because there's some really good ones out there.
100%.
Yeah.
And then there's some really, really terrible ones
Definitely.
that try and look good, you know. So you have got to have your wits about you, because you need to know where your animal's going.
And again, I think someone who does need a shout out as well. I can't go into too much detail of what's going on, but Joe and Jez from the Giant Midland Snake Rescue. They change the name all the time, but Joe and Jez Alderwinkle, the pair of Muppets. But their art's in the right place, and what they do with their rescues is absolutely fantastic.
So you just call them a pair of Muppets?
They are a pair of Muppets. they're Jaeger drinking, hot tub bathing Muppets. Yeah, that's what they are.
Yeah,
and with it.
They've done an awful good in some of the rescue work that they've done.
Definitely, and as of recent as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Right,
Yeah,
and so that is 41 minutes in. Before I'm getting angry about that video now. I'm starting to think about it.
Yeah.
I honestly don't. People might have got angry after we put that video out. I mean, we put a video back. I mean, it was going back 12 months now, wasn't it? Probably longer than that.
Yeah, and it was done innocently. It was done controlled.
No, we was doing out that we was working out, and we just.
And also, guys,
yeah,
you got to remember. Some Phelps always tells me is people can do a million things right and one thing wrong, and people jump on them. So we don't really know how these guys actually keep their animals. We don't know the good things they do. I mean, I haven't seen as much as you, Hoss, and I would like to see into more of it.
Oh, look at that face!
But for me, I can't judge too much. Like, and
we're not here. And we're not here to judge.
Like I said, check these pages out, their websites, do your own research, look into it, make your own opinion. Don't listen to other people.
I'll have a look more into it.
That is why I go.
Well. To be fair, you know me. Now you've said that, I will research fuck out of it. And
tomorrow morning, you're going to go.
And I have my own Facebook page, so I can post whatever the fuck I want on that.
yeah, you can.
Doesn't have to go through Reptile and Chill.
Just realised I'm blocking the. Hang on. Oh, that's better.
I thought he
surprised you didn't mention her.
Mate, I don't care anymore. I'm on holiday.
Can I just say for the record as well, my cocktails tonight was just cider in cocktail glasses. Before everybody thinks, Jesus Christ, he's eating the hard stuff now and just getting smashed on cocktails. I'm not.
Can I just say, John Campbell, you're really lucky we're in lockdown. I can't come round your house because I know where you live.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Who's Bam Bam Bigelow?
The wrestler.
Is he a wrestler? Yeah, wrestler. Yeah, WWE. I think.
It was WWF when I was a kid, and I didn't watch it then.
It was.
Bam Bam Bigelow was WWF, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? Oh, it might have been WWF. I started watching WWF.
So, unless I've got the wrong thing entirely.
Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna make myself feel really old now. But it was Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks when I used to watch it.
Yeah.
Big Daddy Giant Haystacks.
I bet you remember the fucking Ultimate Warrior and all sorts then, yeah?
Ultimate Warrior was way after Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks.
Yeah.
Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks was like UK wrestlers. Big Daddy actually killed somebody because he was such a big guy accidentally in the ring. It was a tragic story.
That's Bret, was it? What was his thing? Thingy?
Owen Hart?
Owen Hart? Bret Hart, yeah. He died, didn't he? Like coming into a ring on a
I didn't
bungee or something.
Didn't Rey Mysterio allegedly kill someone in the ring, but hadn't? The bloke basically went to the 619. The bloke was on the ropes, had a heart attack. Rey Mysterio, one of the modern wrestlers.
No, what's the 619?
He was doing something abroad. It's like around the rope thing.
I like the 6 and 9, but I don't know what the one's doing in there.
I don't know.
The one's just an extra.
The bloke was on the ropes.
The one in the middle.
The bloke was on
the
ropes.
I need to put my glasses on when I laugh because my eyes disappear.
The bloke was on the ropes waiting to get smashed with this move.
I bet he
like,
was.
like this.
69, yeah.
And he died. He was already dead. And then Rey Mysterio's come in for the finishing move, hit him, and then the bloke was like, and yeah.
So it's like snuff.
Yeah. Mad.
I can't stand wrestling. I'm not going to lie. I can't stand it. I can't stand wrestling.
We're going to put him in the naughty corner. Right, okay. I can't punch him because we're in lockdown. My God, when I'm out of lockdown, he's going to hurt. Look at him dancing in the background. He's got right, okay. So he can go. Danny, you're behaving at the moment, so you can stay. I think that's about it for this week. Who's on the podcast? Who we got on the podcast? Who's on the podcast Monday?
Oh my word!
Can't remember.
The one and only Owen.
Owen.
Oh God. Yeah.
Owen
so Monday's podcast is Owen McIntyre from that Merlia Python studio. Is it Merlia Python something?
I don't know. I'd get involved, but you turned me off.
Why am I on my own?
I was going to say I was trying to get involved in your conversation, but you turned me off. You fuck.
Yeah,
that is that Owen guy from that radio. That radio
Don't even
station.
go there. I love that guy. He's lovely.
That
We love him. We love him.
guy.
He's the best.
Do you know what?
Owen.
What is so funny, isn't he? He was a lovely person to interview.
It's quite funny actually because
He's much better than Eric.
Well, I was going to tell the listeners. We actually did the podcast of Owen McIntyre's resignation from NPR, which coincided with his interview for Reptile and Chill. So there might be 4 faces on the screen next week. Who knows?
Or if one of these pair don't sort it out. I love it when he gets it right. Phelps, you need to show me how to become admin of this so I can do that.
No.
I'm gonna send you the link, mate.
No.
Yep.
110%.
Anyways,
Can I just give my sister-in-law a big shout out? She started listening. Kaze, love you to bits. Thank you for listening to us.
Hi, sister-in-law.
Unfortunately, she has to be your sister-in-law and she has to listen to your podcast as well.
Oh, it's horrible.
She's a good person.
She hasn't listened. Everybody thinks this is the podcast, but this isn't the podcast, is it? This is just the live show where we're all messing about.
Look. This is not the podcast. Our podcast is available to listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and most other podcasting platforms. Does someone else want to do all the jargon today? Because I'm on holiday. I don't want to do it.
I'm on holiday.
Listen to us. Listen
I'm
to us.
actually on holiday. Hang on.
I've just right. Okay, you know what? Here's your prompts. There you go, Danny.
Listen to our stuff.
You can't even do it when I prompt him.
If you want Reptile and Chill merchandise, head on over to reptileandchill.com for everybody who actually just can't read. There you go. That's how you treat everybody like children. Join us next week at 7 p.m. UK time on Wednesday for another live stream.
Cool. And as per usual, the thing that's been going like that throughout the whole show, please follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram at the handle of Reptile and Chill. That's our website address for more details, merch, etc. Black screen, guys, black.
You haven't mentioned the Corona trim. Have you noticed?
No, I haven't noticed. It's still 6 inches long.
It's half the size.
It's not half the size.
It's 100%
4 millimeters taken off.
No.
Literally.
So I can only get one hand around it. Before I could get two. And
okay, so if the listeners agree with Mike, let us know. If you think he's talking shit, let us know.
Talking shit.
Talking shit.
Way. I'm going to prove it. Hang on.
Oh, sorry, it's this way.
In the net. Get it in the net. Get it in the net. Yeah.
Oh, wrong way.
Oh, yeah. That's what she said.
Roberta, can we say hello to Eva Little Miss Watching? Is that Eva Little Mrs.
Hello,
Watching?
Eva.
Or is that Little Miss Eva? Little Miss Eva, hello.
Hello.
Hi. But yeah, that's about it. Have you got a picture for us, Mike?
No.
That's good. Right.
Danny, it's so much better when it's just me and you.
I know, right?
Yeah. Just.
I don't like being this side. I prefer being that side. It's Hoss looking the wrong way. Look, he doesn't.
Because I normally
being
that side.
I want to just drag you across this.
Well, we can sort this out.
There we go.
There you go.
I like Hoss to have that eye on his head.
To be fair, though, I'm more keen on me being up there.
Do you prefer being up there, mate?
I want to be up there. No, go back to how it was.
I don't like this now.
Nah, you fucked it now. There, stop. Ah. Yes.
Us. We got a few exciting things that we're going to be doing. Over the next couple of weeks. We've got in touch with a few people.
You found something to do?
Me? Well, I'm back at work Monday, mate. So I've got Tuesday. But we've got in touch with a couple of exciting guests, and hopefully they'll be coming on the podcast.
Definitely
different level guests. Not that all our guests haven't been amazing.
But yeah, we're trying to push the boat out a bit and try and entertain you all during this coronavirus stuff and entertain ourselves because, man, it's hard. I haven't seen Mike in like 2 weeks,
Fucking
Rona. You know what? I know how Danny feels now. Do you know what I'm going to do when all this is over? I'm driving straight to Danny's. Honestly, I swear to God, I am. I'm coming straight up to Danny's.
Can I come with you?
Because if I'm honest with you,
you're not welcome.
We don't. Danny will come over to us a couple of times a year, but we never make the effort and go up to him, and I think we should do. So
definitely,
that is my Corona resolution.
Right,
hashtag Corona resolution.
Before we go, can you not toy with us like that, please? Thank you.
Oh,
God,
he keeps on bugging me to come on. I'm telling him he needs to wait until he's a little bit more famous. And
only a little bit.
Yeah.
He's got 5 million subscribers at the minute. He needs 5.5.
Yeah, and then we said, right, Dave, you're on. You get to 5.5, you're on.
100%. I'm up
Gramps.
for that.
Gramps. Sir Gramps. I have to call him now. Sir Gramps.
Okay. On that note, catch you guys next week. I'm quite glad I can't see him at the moment for fucking sake. David Attenborough's his granddad. Oh.
What I want to say is thank you to all our lovely listeners who tune in, week out, get really involved on the Facebook page. It is absolutely brilliant. And what else have you got to do at this moment in time? Can I give a shout out as well to all the key workers at the moment that are actually going out and doing a fair bit of work?
No.
Get rid of him.
Didn't say nothing.
He's gone. He's gone. No, he's not gone.
You haven't. You've just added him.
Mate, I'm here. No. Yeah, man.
Mate, the key workers, we give a shout out to the NHS massively, yes. But there's people just working in the shop down the road. Do you know what?
Everyone, the delivery people, the Just Eat people, the Uber drivers.
This is really important. I bumped into a woman today working at B&M, and she said her husband got cancer at the moment. And I said, you shouldn't be at home. He's a vulnerable person. Sorry, you shouldn't be at work. He's a vulnerable person. She went, but this is the only income we'll have. We're waiting to see if we can get anything through the government. But at this moment, we can't. So I'm still coming to work. So she's still having to go to work as a key worker. Her husband's got cancer at home. Yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's absolutely terrible, that is. So a massive shout out to people working in shops, delivering people, delivering people that are delivering stuff. There's a lot of them out there at the moment, and
man,
I'm lucky enough I can work from home. Hoss has been. I mean, you've been furloughed, haven't you, Hoss?
I have.
Danny, you're sort of like self-furloughed because you work for yourself, and
Kinda. I just got no work.
Yeah. But also as well, like Beth just said, all the animal carers to zookeepers and vets and whatnot, because it doesn't mean that the animals can't donate, you know what I mean? So, well, I think that's about it for this week, guys. Oh, no, Mike's still going.
No, all I was going to say is, although if they're coming into contact with the animals, it might be a bit easier than coming
Don't
into
wind him up.
contact with a load of people. But yes,
Mate, you know what? If we ever get like our own toys made, we need one that winds up with Mike. The mouth just goes.
That is those old school chattering teeth that used to like jump across the table. We need one like that winds up, and then all we need is a little ginger beard on the bottom.
Go on, right. 2 seconds. We'll just 2 seconds. Can you demonstrate, please, Mike? Thank you.
Pardon?
Can you demonstrate how it would work?
You what? Hang on, I can't do this anymore. My mask won't fit because I've cut my beard.
You know what? On that note,
you haven't cut it very straight either.
On that note, guys, if he does that, it's straight. Yeah. Anyway, we're talking shit, guys. We'll see you next Wednesday.
When are we not talking shit?
For everyone who's taken part in the quiz, thank you. You will find out very soon when the semi-finals are. So that's about it. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Love you.